Hello and welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at another topic called conditional statements. Just as the name implies, conditional, which means that if something is true, work with it, and if something is false on the other hand, abandon it and move on. So, conditional statement allow us to perform different actions for different conditions. Conditional statement to run different code depending on true or false condition. So you use conditionals in JavaScript to make decision when depending on whether your code is true or the output is false. So we use conditional, to make this kind of decision. And the conditional statement that we have in JavaScript include if else, if else, if else. We have the switch statement and we have the ternary operator, which is this last one that you can see. So a question mark and a colon. Now, when to use conditionals? You use conditional to specify a code block to be executed if a specified condition is true. So let's say you have two conditions and you want to get the output of the one that is true and neglect the output of the other one that is false. You use conditional like if statement to do something like if A is equal to true, then output A. If B is equal to true, neglect A and output B. Or if A is true and B is false, print out A and neglect B. And there are also other ones like the if else. You can add else statement and then if else, if else. If you have more than one, two conditionals that need extra validation before you eventually get an output. That is what those ones are for. And switch allows you to perform multiple execution until you reach your desired result. So ternary operator on the other hand is actually a shorthand for if else. As we continue in this learning journey, we'll work with it and see what it looks like. Use else to specify a code block to be executed if the same condition is false. Use else if to specify a new condition to test if the first condition is false. So let's say you have multiple or like three conditional statements. If the first one is false, you use is else if to add another condition which needs to be tested. You continue to add it if you have multiple ones until you get a satisfactory answer from the one that is true. Use switch to specify many alternative code blocks to be executed, which means that if one statement is false, it will move to the next one and try to execute it. If it is false, it will continue to move until it gets one that is true. And lastly, use ternary as shorthand for if else. Like I said, use ternary operator for if else shorthand. So it is more or less like using if else, but instead of writing multiple ones like on a new line or breaking them, you can use ternary operator to achieve the same result. In the next lesson, we'll be taking a look at all these we'll be taking a look at some of these conditional statements in action. So in the next lesson, I'll see you. I will continue from where we stop. Thank you.